Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of The Faux Show. Today is Wednesday, May 23rd. My name is Angela.
My name is Chris.
And as most of you know, The Faux Show is not a real show. It is a social experience because I don't look at you. I look at the chat room which I have here on my iPad.
I got a full screen on my screen.
What? It's over there on a monitor where we can see ourselves.
Yeah, nice. You've also got it on that screen.
Yep. And then we have it in the best lower third on the internet.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the best lower third because it's powered by the JB Live TV chat room, who's joined us this Wednesday, 8 p.m. Pacific. It's a late night show. Yeah, because, for most people.
Yeah, because everybody's like +3 or more.
Yeah, so it's a late night show for most of the world.
Yep.
But then we release it for download just a couple hours afterwards.
So today we're talking about blogging. Just random things about it. Nothing too crazy.
I have a few. I have like
I already messed
20
up.
ways to get your blog recognized. I have.
We'll have the Jupiter mail sack.
Yeah, we'll have the mail sack later today. I've got some interesting blogs to talk about.
Yeah.
My thoughts on blogging.
So the first thing is, what is a blog? And Wikipedia says,
Oh my goodness.
What?
What does Wikipedia say about a blog?
It says that a blog is a personal journal published on the World Wide Web consisting of discrete entries, posts, typically displayed in reverse chronological order, so the most recent post appears first.
I don't even know if they have to be personal anymore. I'd say that's a little out of date.
So while you're pondering and absorbing that definition, think about what your favorite blogs are, because I'd like to see that down here in the lower third.
Oh yeah, lower third. If you got some,
Make sure it hyperlinks too. So anyway, but then I also want to talk about video blogging, which I think is neat. And YouTube is pretty well known for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, but in video format, which I think is kind of neat.
I guess so. And they make it pretty easy because you can go there, and if you have Flash, you hit record right there, and they'll just turn on your webcam and let you go. As a consumer, I don't particularly like vlogging.
Why?
Well, it just takes too much time. Just hear people ramble on. I'd prefer to just skim something in writing, and that way it's easier to search for as well.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't watched very many vlogs.
I find them kind of obnoxious. That's my personal opinion on it. But I'm an old codger.
Okay. All right. Well, so there are, let's see, I don't even know, where do we start? Do you want to start with the filter feed?
Well, you and I have you have a long background in blogging. How long have you been blogging now?
I don't know.
At least 3 years, right?
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least.
And I just recently got into blogging again
Okay,
for
wait.
the Unfiltered show.
That's where we can start, is how I got started at all.
All right.
Okay. So you guys probably remember LiveJournal.
No, probably most of them don't, actually.
So I'm sitting there in 8th grade. Nope. It was high school. It was 9th grade.
Yeah,
So
okay.
what?
No, yeah, I'm just saying that seems right.
And I decided to sign up for LiveJournal, and I'm like, what's a cool name? So I just type something into Google, and the first 2 words that I find on the screen, that's my username. Because back then I didn't think of cool usernames, and I didn't think of Angela F. And the fact that after marriage I'd still be Angela F. But
Okay, so this
What?
chat room definitely has some love for LiveJournal. I take it back.
yeah, okay. Yeah, he was really skeptical on whether I should mention it or not. But anyway, so my name is Scaling Dynasty, which is a really cool nick, I think. Right?
It's a little long.
Nah. All right. So anyway, so here we have when I started this June 12th, 2001. Let's see. Yep. I think that was, just before I graduated. Anyway, just really, almost emo, but not like I think I'm being really, what's the word?
Dramatic.
Yeah, dramatic. Yes, thanks. But there is some cool stuff in here. Like, I love being underpaid is the title of that one. This one.
You've been complaining about money for a long time.
I know, right? So mine's okay. Let's see.
Chat room says you're okay because you're supposed to be a little emo on LiveJournal. So
Right.
you're kind of off the hook, they say, which I guess is kind of, and it is part of growing up too, which is what Crash says in there.
Let's see. Where is this post? Well, anyway, our neighbor tried to commit suicide on our couch. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I blogged about that. But anyway, but more importantly, I have a list of 1,001 things, 101 things to do in 1,001 days. And I'm not sure if I've done all those. I haven't looked at those. But I think that might be a really good faux show, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should mine some of that.
Yeah. Maybe I will.
And now, of course, you're kind of selling yourself. You did. The only problem with talking about where you started with blogging is it kind of sells you cheap for how you blog now. Because what your form of blogging now is much more sophisticated.
It is. It is.
Because now you run momvault.com, which is a mom's blog that you've been running for 3 years, and you have product reviews on there and things like that.
Right. It's definitely more intricate. That's for sure. Metal Freak says, "Why are you laughing about that?" Well, I'm not laughing about that. She didn't die. It was just crazy.
It's one of those stories, though. You know.
Yeah. It was just bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
It was really bizarre. So, here's my Mom Vault blog. I use Squarespace, and it's a really good service. This is I have to pay for it though. Like that. I wonder if that. Well, okay, so it's not a free blog, I guess, but I do my post with a quick summary, and then you can click on the thing, and then you can see the whole post. And this was about Dylan being allergic to sunscreen. It was pretty cool. Outside the vault, you've got those. It's pretty easy to navigate. I have a store where I use our Jupiter Broadcasting affiliate with each of these products that I've reviewed on the website, and every single product on here I have owned.
Now, what you touched on there, and this isn't an ad for Squarespace, because I'm going to talk about blogging from a WordPress perspective and setting up your own. So we're going to kind of give you the two perspectives of like using a totally out-of-the-box blogging solution like Squarespace versus kind of a set it up yourself and kind of the differences you get. Now, the thing that I do like about Squarespace is that it's been totally independent for Angela to work on. Like, I don't really have to, like, after I showed her a few HTML tricks, that she then figured out the rest on her own. And she's managed the entire site and set it up all pretty much completely on her own. So you're going to show them a little bit of the back end of Squarespace?
Yeah, so I'm logged in, and there's an overview page where I can see my views, and I know they're not that great, but I didn't do this blog for
views,
like to become really popular. I did it to help people out, and I do because let's see, I have all sorts of different things. My popular content right now, the most popular thing is this rainforest bouncer. Sometimes it's just a what's it called? A keyword, thing.
Yeah,
people come for keywords specifically. Nummular dermatitis is a rash that I got after I took amoxicillin, which I'm allergic to, and anyway, people, like, I'm the only person that's blogged about that ever, because that is always the reason why somebody comes to my blog.
Yeah, people are searching for that.
It's crazy.
So that's a really good, that right there that's a huge blogging tip for getting your SEO rankings up, is you just kind of have to blog about something other people aren't blogging about.
Yep. And then it has all sorts of different stats that I look at often. Here's like the actual views, my unique views, and it's all daily, and I can pull reports of different things. It's pretty neat.
And do you know how much you pay? Is it like $8 a month or something?
The lowest plan is $8 a month, but
yeah.
I pay like $230 or $250 a year. I can't remember which.
All right. So should I show my side, or is there more things you want to talk about in Squarespace?
Let me just.
Squarespace has definitely been nice for you from like a layout standpoint and all that kind of thing. Yeah. So show the editor. That's a good idea.
So here's the editor. I do have a bone to pick, and that is the editor is not the width of the actual post. So placing the pictures literally is guesswork, and you have to save and close and view it this way in order to see if they're lined up appropriately.
That's obnoxious.
It is really obnoxious, but it's really easy. The summary, you have to actually like kind of know HTML in order to do that.
If you want to format properly.
Yeah. You don't have to use the summary either. But anyway, you can also switch this to HTML if you'd rather do that, but I don't. So a lot of things I can just do in here. It's really easy.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's all.
So that's Squarespace. Now, probably the number one blogging solution that most people use is WordPress, either WordPress hosted, or what I did is I have a little GoDaddy shared server that is like $6 a month or something, and I'm running the filterfree.me site off there, and it's about the easiest deployment you can do of a WordPress site, because you just click a few buttons and then it deploys WordPress. But once you have it done, you have what I really like about WordPress is just like unlimited options in terms of plugins and themes. So this theme that I chose is a very wiki-like type theme that does like searching, so I could you can put different kind of, give me a term. How about cannabis? We'll search for cannabis. So you can put cannabis in there, and it'll come up with all the different cannabis posts that have been on the site right there. So the idea is that fans of the show could come to this and say, well, I remember they talked about this and put it in there, and they
Right.
could find our articles on it.
Yeah, that is so awesome.
So that's and also this theme also automatically generates this timeline that breaks down when every post was here, and you can see kind of like when we make posts and things like that.
That is a good feature that Squarespace that I know of does not have.
I actually don't remember my admin login, but if you're familiar with WordPress, it's it's a standard WordPress site, and it's been nice in the sense that these themes kind of give you a little extra power. Let's see, let me see if I can find one. Okay. For example, I'll click on this cannabis prohibition episode post here. So right here, it automatically has generated this contents box, the RSS feeds, the Act 1, the Act 2, all of that based on the header. So because these are heading 3
that's really
lines.
neat.
Yeah, kind of like a real
It
wiki.
made its own summary,
Yeah.
essentially.
And it also,
contents,
this
yeah.
theme also will show revisions made to the post and things like that. So it's a very wiki-like theme. And that's just one, right? And then Jupiter Broadcasting also runs on WordPress.
Mhm.
That's an entirely different theme. It looks completely different.
Right. That's the thing about WordPress is that it is
Whereas Squarespace, sometimes I feel like,
more cookie cutter.
a little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's okay because that's what I needed because I don't need anything fancy schmancy. Just
And of course-
I've gotten it to work for what I needed. Shout out to Invisible Woman that just joined the chat room. Over here now, we have Watch the Fishers,
Which is also WordPress.
which is a WordPress blog that I was
Don't
maintaining.
bother going to it. It's out of date.
Yeah, don't go. I was doing my 365-day blog on there because I take a picture of the kids every day. And I haven't done it since 2011 because my VM crashed and I haven't been able to set it back up yet. So
Because she hates the WordPress GUI editor.
I do. And this one had a really nice plugin for Polaroids.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I do with these pictures. It makes them all uniform and with the little corners. And anyway, I like it that way. So hopefully one of these days I'll be able to get that updated. But anyway, Watch the Fishers was something we thought of when we got engaged.
Mm-hmm.
We needed a website URL that was long-term that our family could use, and it could apply to more than just our engagement. And Watch the Fishers works, and if it's abbreviated, it's WTF, which
There you
is
go.
even more perfect.
So I got a blog example of sort of like unique blogging content, but it's an idea that's like one of these you think, why didn't I think of that? Or at least me. And that is everystartrekever.com. Everystartrekever.com is this dude over here. His name is Rob Blatt. And
Blatt.
he's got those glasses right there. And he's going to watch every single freaking Star Trek in the order that they are in canon. So the original series and the animated series, then Next Gen, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and then Enterprise. So not actually how they, anyways. 725 episodes in total, and he's going to blog about every single one as he goes. Now, I thought at first this sounds like a ridiculous idea, but this dude has a ton of posts over there. Like, he's got people following him. He's got a mission start date.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's got a
Playing
Riker,
the trombone.
Riker playing the trombone. So I don't know. It just kind of just shows you like a unique idea. And it'll take off. Doesn't really matter.
Well, that's really cool.
Okay, I got also one more. So if you want to show something,
Yeah. Let's see.
iPhone apps.
Okay. I'll go there. So there's some iPhone apps. I don't blog mobily.
No.
It's something I do at my desk because mine are well thought out posts that are edited and whatever. They're not just words on the screen. Which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not the type of blog that I have.
I would say, where the portable blogging software, and I'm going to look into some Android ones maybe for last. But the portable blogging is like when you're on vacation and you want to take pictures and you want to put it immediately up on your blog and stuff like that.
But I don't have a blog where I do that.
Watch the Fishers, you could.
Yeah.
But some people do.
Okay. Well, so here is the 5 best iPhone applications for bloggers. And if you want any of the links from today's show, they are on jupiterbroadcasting.com, and you can find Faux Show episode 91 there.
There you go.
WordPress for iOS.
Mm-hmm.
And number 2 is Byline.
Oh, yeah, okay. Byline's
Have you used that? Okay. Shozu iPhone application?
No.
That's interesting. Huh. I don't know anything about
multiple
these.
networks, yeah.
Adobe Photoshop Express application.
Yeah, for tweaking your photos before you post them. Yeah.
And Idea Organizer for iPhone. So that's a good idea. What's the one? Dragon
Dragon Dictate?
Dragon Dictate.
All the
might do the same
smartphones have
thing.
some kind of dictation.
Right.
You know what I was surprised didn't see listed in here was
Huh.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, no. But
Because
this is,
SoundCloud works really great.
I captured this article a couple months ago, so
okay.
I don't see a date on it.
So check
though.
this out. Look what I did.
Yeah.
So SoundCloud works. They have apps, and it's like almost like YouTube for audio or like Flickr for audio,
Mhm.
and you can embed it on your blog. So like I have this blog about the TSA expanding to buses,
Mhm.
which just sounds like an awful idea, right?
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to embed the audio on our page. So right here I have
Oh, that's really neat.
yeah. So I can just play it and then
That if you think you're going to be a bad actor on buses, get ready. You're going to have a short-lived time frame.
so SoundCloud would be a great app too, and I'm sure it's available for Android and iPhone because then you can record those and you can embed those in your blog, which would be great for like an on the scene interview or something like that. I'm
Right.
just saying.
Right.
All right, should I share mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm not going to read all of these because honestly, I don't want to put us all to sleep, but I'll just cover a couple of the ones that I've personally found either worked for Jupiter Broadcasting or have worked for me in some capacity. The title is 21 Tactics to Increase Your Blog Traffic, and I'm not going to read all of them. I'll just give you a couple.
Sure.
One, though, that I think is interesting is consider this one. Target your content to an audience that is likely to share.
Mhm.
And so for you,
Mhm.
you have this Facebook group that you kind of follow that's a bunch of mommy bloggers and stuff, right?
Right.
And if you knew that group was more likely to share a particular story, you could write one, kind of target
Right.
at them, post it to that group, and then they would, oh, that's great, that's
Right.
great.
And then at the bottom, I have you might also be interested in reading, and then they'll click on more.
yeah, exactly.
And as
exactly.
QP always says, I fell down the Mom Vault rabbit hole, which she just did with LiveJournal in the chat room. Stay out of LiveJournal. You need to watch the show.
What also kind of works with that, though, is if you participate in the communities you're kind of involved with, then they'll start linking to you and stuff like that.
Right. Oh yeah, actually, that something like that happened. I found a really funny breastfeeding comic, and I posted it on Occupy Breastfeeding on that Facebook group.
Yeah.
As Mom Vault, and I got like 30 new likes from it. It was pretty awesome.
On your Facebook page?
On Mom Vault's Facebook page.
So the other one is now for you. I think for the most part, Squarespace does this out of the box. But for me, on my WordPress sites, I use different plugins that will make them more search friendly. So that way Google can index them a little better and knows what the content is. That's worth doing too. Use Twitter and Google Plus, of course.
Right, all your social networks.
Analytics are really good. Like you use them to see. You were just talking about which posts are popular.
Right. Oh, and Ping FM is good for the social networks too.
Ping FM's going away.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
Frequently reference your own posts. You do that as well.
Yep.
Reddit is something you could probably get a little more into.
I know. Gosh, I don't know what it is about that website. It just doesn't gel with my brain.
Trust me, I know. It took me a while.
In fact, it turns my brain to gel.
Stumble Upon it. Do you know what Stumble Upon is?
I need to get more into the Tumblr and Stumble Upon.
Not the same thing.
Okay, well, they seem like the same to me.
So
Educate me.
Stumble Upon, it can either be a JavaScript bar or it can be a browser extension, and you can give it all of the categories of interest you have. Everything from technology to mommy stuff to history, any possible interest out there. And then people submit things to stumble upon, and then you literally sit there and stumble on the web. I bet you I could just go there, and it just takes you to all these different random sites that meet your interest. So it's like an automated random web page browser. So
but how would I know that people would stumble upon my stuff?
So you can submit stuff.
What do I submit? Pictures or videos?
No, links to your content. So they make you sign in just to even browse.
Future episodes, stumble upon.
But you submit a link like you submit it to one of these other news sites, and then it goes into their Stumble Upon library, and then people can stumble upon it. And when they stumble, they like it in the Stumble Upon system. Anyways, it sounds complicated, but they have 25 million users.
All right, I'll have to check it out.
They're pretty good. So that would be
all right.
Jupiter Broadcasting. Some of our shows have gotten in there. We've gotten some great stuff. What do you think about having a guest blog?
Guest blogger?
Have somebody else write for your blog, yeah.
Yeah, I would love it. In fact, I tried to get some of my other mommy friends to do that, but nobody has so far.
We just so today, Metal Freak put up his first blog post.
Woo, Metal Freak.
Right?
Let's see, where's your screen?
And I got one more. I'm looking for CEOs. And this post, so here's Metal Freaks, where he went through and he got the annual budgets for the TSA recently and posted those up on the site, right?
Wow.
Obviously,
cool.
you could tell we're going to be talking about a little bit about the TSA in the next episode on Filter. But this is a really great post. Look how long this monster is here. This is all original content And this has all been submitted to me via email by David Miller, who's going to be submitting things to the show. And he's got a write-up on some pretty interesting stuff.
Jeez.
And so there's no way I would have time to do a write-up that long, right?
Right.
But guest posting.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so Lifehacker, which is a pretty popular blog website, did a
It was too long, really. They say. Well, that's true. It is pretty long, bunny.
did the 5 best blogging platforms. Blogger, which is web-based and free.
Yep.
Tumblr, which is web-based and free.
Yep.
WordPress, which is web-based and free.
Yep.
Squarespace, which we covered, is web-based and starts at $8 a month. And Posterous, which is web-based and free. And I'm not sure. I've never heard of Posterous. Have you?
Yeah, I've never
Maybe
used
it's
it. Though.
Posterous.
Yeah, and
IDK.
I never use it.
Hey, look, plugins. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the
Blogger is definitely probably one of the more popular ones just because it's
Right.
free and Google owns that now.
right.
Now, like, that's a new thing. They've been doing it for a while.
All right. Well, so there's other types of blogs too, other than just like mommy blogs or blogs where you just share your
Yeah,
world.
I mean, I stopped blogging when I started using social networks, really.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I could see how that could happen. But yeah, okay. Well, so this is kind of like a blog, but kind of not. But very short story. I just love it to death. Every day I get a new very short story that is really funny. So I resent anger management class. I don't have a problem. I wasn't angry when I pushed you out in front of that bus. I just don't like you. It's in the 140 characters or less, a full story.
But there's a lot
full
going on
short
there.
story.
There's
Yeah.
conflict. There's yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Marvin cursed the big city. It had changed him. He longed for the simpler days in a small town before he felt the need to wear dresses. You know,
Marvin
like-
sounds complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's they all very short stories on
Twitter.
and Facebook. Both links will be in the show notes, and also I actually have the very short story book, the first one. So
Google Plus too, because Google Plus lets you go as long as you want, or at least as long as I've ever seen. That's also kind of killed the blog for me.
Oh yeah, right.
I actually just redirected some of my.
Yeah, I looked on Facebook because they used to have you could make notes, and
Yeah.
the notes could look like blog posts. You could move pictures around and whatever, but they don't have those anymore. I tried. So then there's single topic blogs, which this is from knowyourmeme.com, and there's like the F My Life blog, which is actually really funny.
Fail blog.
Awkward Family Photos, which is like a picture blog. Like Watch the Fishers, that's the picture. What?
Yeah.
What?
That's just kind of funny to compare the two. Fail blog. Fail
ooh,
blog.
Awkward boners.
Fail blog.
Yeah, fail blog.
Awkward boner.
Yeah, I'm not gonna click on that one, but there are some pretty funny awkward family photos.
Cactus. On a cactus.
This one's kind of funny.
Whoa.
I know, right? It looks naughty at first, and then you realize no, they just mirrored her belly, and what the.
I like how you've already seen these.
Well, I had to click on that one.
Oh, I had to pre-screen them for the show.
I
had to
didn't see
pre-screen.
the awkward boners earlier. I would have clicked on that one.
We'll do it. I'm sure they don't show it.
All right, here we go.
Take it off. All right. Just put it over here.
Oh, there's a playing dead. But anyway, so yeah, those are the blog posts.
You want to? Go ahead. Just give him a few minutes warning and then, okay.
I don't know.
All right. Why don't we get to the mail sack? Why don't we go to the mail sack? Let's go to the mail sack.
Oh my god.
Ah.
I'm gonna have to check that out more later.
Oh, you did go to the mail sack. Oh, man. Oh, okay.
Nice. No, let's not look at penises anymore.
Okay,
Let's
close
talk
that
about the
window.
mail
Close
sack.
the window, dude. They're all funny. Close the window. They're all funny.
I can't tell which tab it is.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, I think I have another site.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Mail sack.
No! That was loud. All right. So then there's also photo blogs like
Daily Booth,
Daily Booth. Daily Booth / The Faux Show.
which apparently hasn't been appropriately saving all of
Yeah,
our.
like episode 90 is missing and episode
And we take them every time.
80. Well, anyway. But anyway, yeah, Daily Booth is really cool. You can join that and take a daily picture of yourself and post it.
Mm-hmm.
And I do it too.
Not of your mail sack though.
Angela Fisher quilt. Ta-da! I've taken 362 booths. This day I was a potato. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, let's see. Okay, I think that was the last. Nope.
Nope.
Yeah,
one more.
I'll skip those.
All
Okay.
right,
Mail sack.
Mail. We got
Wait.
the picture.
Oh, do I?
Yeah. There we go. Ready?
I still have a
Bop,
tear
bop.
on my face.
It's the one with the Dropbox picture there. Boy,
Yes.
you really gotta get better at this. Okay, here we go.
No, it's not a real show.
Mail. Wait, it's not even there. Mail sack. Do you like how clunky it is? Because we can keep it clunky, or we can smooth that up. We could get like a nice animation, maybe a
Oh,
theme
I don't
song.
care.
No.
Nah.
All right.
Okay.
Why don't you read
so
the question?
Okay. Chantal and Misha, right? We want to. I hope I said
Wait,
those
hold on.
right.
Hello, ladies. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know if they're both ladies.
Oh.
I don't know. Anyway, we want to thank you for the great entertainment you provide us every week. Every day we check the site to see if there are new things or things we missed.
Aw.
Thank you for all the fun we have and keep up the good work. We can't wait to see the first real episode of Unfilter Me. That's all. It was a nice,
And
nice
the
comment.
first Unfilter episode is out. Unfilter 1 is out. And Unfilter 2 will be recorded Thursday night at 7 p.m.
Tomorrow night.
Pacific. Yeah.
Tech Snap and Unfilter tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Art writes, hey,
Hello, Art.
hey, just wanted to let you know that iTunes stopped updating your videos on April 25th.
Oh, man. Watch.
And today is May 23rd.
You see my arm? You see this right here?
Did you guys stop uploading to iTunes?
Going out of frame right there.
I am subscribed to JB Podcast, and up until then, it was working great. So what happened?
All right, Art, here's the deal. And there's about a handful of peeps. And when I say handful, I mean probably about 2,500 of you. There was a separate iTunes feed created by Blip TV, submitted to the iTunes store. And people could find that one because there's no way to know it's not a feed that we maintain.
Aha.
And people would find that and subscribe to it. And then when Blip TV got all jank up in our business and we had to bail. So I've been thinking about recording a video that says, hey, this feed isn't being updated anymore, Broham. But if you search in the iTunes store, you'll find another feed that has more current shows.
Yeah.
So I am sorry about that. I have considered publishing to them still just for that. But you see, then that's just something I have to keep doing forever. And they could always turn it off at some point, and it's just a mess. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Apologies about that.
Well, so you can use the Contact Us form on JupiterBroadcasting.com, and we might just read your feedback, whatever it is, on the Faux Show during the mail sack.
Mail sack.
The newsletter is coming out in the morning, in like 5 hours,
Which
or
means
7.
Everyone who's watching this afterwards, it's already out.
Yeah. So if you're watching this right now, not right now. Okay. Oh, anyway, you can sign up at bit.ly/Jupiter Signal.
Yeah, and don't miss this one because people who are fans of Stoked are going to want to catch this one. There's an important poll in there that we're going to ask our Stoked audience, and I want to get everybody's feedback on that we can. If they sign up after it's already out, do they get? Can they go back and get it or?
I don't think so, but what I can do is email them. I'll email them a link.
All right.
To it and say and then once they have that link, they can go back and see the other.
Should we remind people about the Faux Show Awards coming up?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
The Faux Show Awards.
Faux Show Awards. Find your favorite Jupiter
Broadcasting hosts moment.
Choose one host. You can compile, do a montage of favorite moments of that person with and make the whole video a minute or less, or and you can choose up to 3 hosts.
Yeah.
So no more than 3 minutes of content. It could just be one moment. Hopefully it's not too long because but yeah.
If you send one host, even if it's like 5 clips of one host, you only get one award,
Right.
one bronze one, right? Is that what it is?
It's iron. It's Minecraft themed.
Right.
So iron.
If you send
gold,
2 different
and
host
diamond.
clips in, you get.
2 different hosts, you get gold.
And if you send 3 different
Blocks.
hosts in,
It's a diamond block
that's a diamond award.
on your award.
You wanted a diamond award, trust me, 'cause those are going to be the elite awards.
Yes.
So that'll be awesome. We have a very cool project in mind for those. So
Or
your
use. Mhm.
your clips will be helping us with those.
Yep.
So
And all of our content is, I forgot, but it's
Creative Commons,
yep.
non-commercial use, share alike,
With attribution. Yep.
Mhm.
So I guess that's this episode of The Faux Show. We'll see you next week. Don't forget, you can catch recent episodes of The Faux Show on
JupiterBroadcasting.com/Faux Show.
Also, get them on demand in the iTunes store. Search for Faux Show.